Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I am here to go over the book of the month picks for August. I know they dropped yesterday. I was out of town all day. I'm talking early morning till late at night. As you can probably tell, I got a little sun. I was walking around DC yesterday, so I'm here today. I knew they were going to do it while I was out of town. I just knew it. But yeah, I'm here to go over them today. I had a feeling. I told my patrons, I was like, you know what? They're going to drop. It's going to be fine. I'll go over them when I get back. So, like I said, I'm here to go over them today. I have seen some pictures of things that could possibly be picks, and I may or may not have already added a book to my box. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Good morning, Jordan. Hey, Nicole. Oh my goodness. It was so fun, but it was so hot. And I did about 25 to 30,000 steps yesterday. So it was a lot. I think Jesse has heard how hot I was yesterday. It was like 96, felt like 103. Yeah, sunburned, even though I had sunscreen on. Yeah, fun times. Good morning, Molly. Hello. Aw, I'm glad you're here for the vibes. Yeah, it's probably best not to be subscribed to any book boxes. It becomes a habit, But I like the option of skipping, but yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. How do I do this again? It's been too long. Yes, here we are. Okay, let's see what it says. 5 hardcover selections. We'll just start at the top and go through, and then at the end, we will look at the add-ons. Of course, I always forget, is this a new add-on or is this a new add-on? So anyway, okay, so the first one we have here is Seduction Theory, Literary Fiction by Emily Adrian. No, is that us? Adrian? Yeah. Okay, quick take. Struggling with your MFA thesis, just fictionalize your advisor's real-life marriage issues and enjoy the fallout. Oh, that's funny. I would not pick that cover for that, but okay. Love triangle, marriage issues, salacious, academic. Why we chose it. Ooh, I like the little check marks. The voice is clever, irreverent, and witty with a precision that is by turns satirical and deeply moving. We were impressed by the inventive structure, a fictional thesis that doubles as a salacious tell-all and a send-up of academia. It's a bold, ambitious novel that doesn't shy away from provocation with sharp insights on infidelity, power dynamics in marriage, and what makes for a meaningful life. And then they have the synopsis and the sample. Okay, synopsis says, Simone is the star of Edwards University's creative writing, renowned Wolf Scholarship, grief memorist, and campus sex icon. Her less glamorous and ostentatiously devoted husband, Ethan, is a forgotten novelist and lecturer in the same department. But when Ethan and the department administrative assistant Abigail have sex, Simone and Ethan's faith in their flawless marriage is rattled. Well, obviously. I mean, right? Simone has secrets of her own. While Ethan's away for the summer, she becomes inordinately close with her advisee, graduate student Roberta Robbie Green. And Robbie Simone finds a new running partner, confidant, and discipline, or so she believes. Behind Simone's back, Robbie fictionalizes her mentor's marriage in a breathtakingly invasive MFA thesis. Determined to tell her vision of the story, Robert paints a revealing portrait of Simone, Ethan, Abigail, and even herself, scratching at the very surface of what may or may not be the truth. Interesting. So I guess maybe this painting at the top? No, there's only 2 people, right? Okay. Anyway, this sounds very interesting. Not for me, but very interesting. Okay. A young adult pick. I saw this one as a spoiler, but I didn't realize it was young adult. All the Tomorrows After by Joanne. I don't know how to say the last name. I don't want to mispronounce it, but why? Anyway, okay. Quick take. A teenage girl strikes an unusual bargain with her estranged father in this poignant, heartbreaking novel. Emotional, sad, family drama, coming of age. Why we chose it. This is a beautifully complex character study of a teenage girl who is fierce, guarded, and hurting, and we were moved by her journey towards growth and connection, a nuanced coming-of-age story that explores anger, grief, and hope in ways that can resonate with readers of all ages. With lyrical writing and compelling storytelling, the book flies by. We tore through its pages, eager to learn where Winter's path would take her. Okay, and then we have the synopsis. I'm probably just going to read the first. Oh, well, here, this one has a content warning. Scenes depicting child abuse. Each night, Winter Moon counts her earnings, dreaming of escape. Once she's saved enough, she and her grandmother can finally take flight and disappear. But when her spiteful mother steals her money and blows through it all in one day, Winter is forced to turn to her estranged father, who recently reappeared in her life after being absent for more than a decade. They agree upon a simple contract. She spends time with him in exchange for payment. And then the last paragraph says, when Winter discovers a secret her father has been keeping from her, things get even more complicated. As she navigates grief, first love, and forgiveness, Winter begins to forge connections, new and old, that make her question her future, her conviction to disappear, and what it really means to be family. Winter knows that broken things can never be fixed, but can they come back together in a different way? This one sounds really good, actually. All right, next up, The Man No One Believed, a true crime. The untold story of the Georgia church murders by Joshua Sharp. Okay, quick take. A true story of a grisly murder, the man falsely accused of the crime, and the journalist fighting to set him free. 80s, underdog, social issues, unsettling. Why we chose it. With the pacing of a thriller and vivid, immersive writing, this book transported us right into the heart of the story, and we couldn't put it down. This is an eye-opening, unflinching look at how local politics, race, and corruption all played a role in imprisoning the wrong man in 1980s Georgia. It's a rare blend of crime narrative, investigative journalism, history, and personal storytelling. We were riveted following this author on his quest to discover the truth. Okay, so I'm sure you can read more about this case online, so I'll just read the first paragraph here because it's quite a long synopsis, but content warning, domestic abuse, sexual assault, and suicide. Okay, in 1985, a white man walked into a South Georgia church and brutally murdered Harold and Thelma Swan? Am I not saying that right? Swan, two pillars of the area's Black community. The killer vanished into the night. For 15 years, the case remained unsolved. Then authorities zeroed in on Dennis Perry, a carpenter who grew up nearby. Convicted with devastatingly flawed evidence, Perry receives a double life sentence. Yeah, I also don't want to read the synopsis because I'm also interested in this one. Like a lot. So I'm probably going to add this one to the box. All right. We got two more. Okay. Forget-Me-Not. This is the one that I knew I was going to add. See, already picked. Read it before it hits bookstores on August 26th by 𝒂 Wilmingham, the repeat author, early release, obviously. Quick take, her sister vanished years earlier. Now a hidden diary may have answers, but does she really want to uncover the truth? Psychological, creepy, slow build, and rural. 𝒂 Wilmingham is an expert at crafting atmospheric setting, and this one delivers. We were instantly transported to the eerie southern vineyard. The mystery at the heart of the story is layered and satisfying to unspool. We were compelled by the novel's tenacious protagonist as she reckons with a tragic disappearance that haunts her family. So 22 years ago, Clara Campbell's older sister, Natalie, disappeared shortly after her 18th birthday. Days later, her blood was found in a car, a man was arrested, and the case was swiftly closed. In the decades since, Claire has attempted to forget her traumatic past by moving to the city and climbing the ranks as an investigative journalist until an unexpected call from her father forces her to come back home and face it all anew. So yes, obviously I'm adding this to my box. So I'll stick there with the synopsis of this one. And the last main pick we have is Immortal Consequences. It's a fantasy pick. It's a limited edition because of the sprayed edges. And then if you add this one, you'll be charged $2.99 more than just like a regular book. Okay, quick take. There is no eternal rest at Blackwood Academy, and to escape, 6 students must face trials that are deadlier than ever. They always try. They're like, ooh, it's dark academia. Ooh, there's trials. They're trying to pull me in, but I'm not falling for it. 400 plus pages, LGBTQ plus themes, multiple viewpoints, magical. Okay. Why we chose it. A boarding school in the afterlife with high stakes trials. We were sold. It's a fun, inventive take on the dark academia genre. See, they're trying to pull me in. The ensemble cast leaps off the page between the banter, the angst, and the backstories. Each character feels fully alive and fun to follow. The romantic chemistry, a blend of rivals to lovers, slow burn longing, and emotional payoff that's satisfying to read. Here's what I'm saying. If people tell me like I have to read this, I want to see the reviews roll in for this before they really pull me in, but they're trying. Welcome to Blackwood Academy, the legendary school located on the fringes of the afterlife. Once a pupil enters the academy's arched gates, there is no way out except for the decennial, a once-in-a-decade celebration in which a single worthy student is tested and given a choice. Graduate and join Blackwood's magical elite or cross over to the mysterious other side. Yeah, they're really trying to pull me in, but I'm not trying to add. I mean, I'm already thinking about adding 2 books to my box. Forget Me Not and also this one. So tell me what you think of the main picks, and then we'll go over the add-ons. Okay, where did I leave off? Okay. I love the cover of Seduction Theory. Let's see. But yeah, it doesn't match the book. Yeah, I'm like, is this? I thought it was going to be the painting that they were describing. That would have made more sense. But I was like, oh, I guess it's not. The cover is stunning. I like that they added true crime as an option. I feel like they don't have that many. No, I feel like they don't either. I don't know. After Killers of the Flower Moon, I'm skeptical of true crime books. They say read like fiction. Uh-oh. Well, they said it reads like a thriller, though. Which I think I love true crime that reads like a thriller. So yes. Okay. If I get it, which I think I'm going to, I'll let you know. I'll try to read it sooner rather than like next year or something. Yeah. Yep. And I also, at first, when I first saw the cover, like way back when, I was like, ooh, I don't really like this cover. But when I was doing it, I mean, I was still interested because it was Stacey Wilmingham. But then I like actually looked at the photo closer and I was like, oh, I actually really like this cover. So yes, I'm excited about that one for sure. I won't Forget Me Not, but I have the ebook already, so I think I'm going to skip. I think definitely, I say skip it if you have the ebook or the ARC or whatever. Skip it if you love it and want it. You can always add it on later. That's what I'm saying. Immortal Consequences sounds so good. So yeah, that's always an option to add it at the library. I need more non-fantasy books set in. I know. I mean, like, what if it wasn't fantasy for that? That would be, and also, like, I feel like sometimes they tap on that fantasy tag and it's not really all that fantasy. Like, what's that book I'm thinking of? It's kind of like that Willy Wonka story with the girl with the adoption and the boy. And that didn't feel like, I mean, I guess it was a little bit fantasy, but it didn't feel like fantasy to me. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder sometimes if they're doing themselves a disservice by saying fantasy. I mean, I guess in this one, it's like the afterlife. So, like, is that really fantasy? I mean, I don't know. But sometimes I think it's a disservice tagging genres on books. Because if they would have just read that to me, I'd have been like, okay, I'm sold. Okay, this sounds so good. But saying it's a fantasy book, I'm like, I don't know. Light magical realism. Yeah, the wishing game. Yes. Didn't they tag that as like fantasy or something? And I didn't pick it up forever because I was like, I'm going to hate this book because it's fantasy. I mean, if you're a fantasy reader and then you get it and it's only light magical realism, you're probably like, well, I was duped. So it's it goes both ways. I feel like, yeah. I feel like they need to be a little bit more clear. Is it light fantasy? Is it magical realism? Like, what is it? Yes, exactly. But didn't they call it fantasy? Oh, anyway. Okay, let's go over add it to my box. Choose add-ons. Okay, let's go back to the add-ons. Now, I'm sorry. They do the spotlight, and I'm sorry if I skip some that are like, I feel like Aftertaste, Wally Lamb, Frederick Bachman, Walk Like a Girl. This one's old. This one's old. This one's old. Is this one old? I feel like it is. And then this one, I feel like this one's been here before. So it is only these two? Okay. They didn't have, I guess they didn't have a lot to choose from this month. Historical fantasy, The Book of Lost Hours. Oh, I like how they did the little clock in the O of Lost. That was cute. Okay, quick take. After meeting in a magical library, two lovers are torn apart when the Cold War finds a new battleground, time itself. And this is another early release. Multiple viewpoints, forbidden love, nonlinear timeline, and movie-ish. Enter this time space, a soaring library filled with books containing the memories of those who have passed and assessed by only by specially made watches once passed from father to son, mostly now in government hands. That was a mouthful. This is where 11-year-old 𝒍𝒊𝒏𝒌𝒔 finds herself trapped in 1938, waiting for her watchmaker father to return for her. When he doesn't, she grows up among the books and scepters, able to see the world only by sifting through the memories of those who came before her. As she realizes that government agents are entering the time space to destroy books and maintain their preferred version of history, she sets about saving these scraps of her own volume of memories until the disappearance of an American spy named Ernest Duquesne, I don't know how to say the last name, in 1949 offers a glimpse into the world she left behind, setting her on a course to change history and possibly the time space itself. Okay, I'm going to be honest. I don't even know what I read. Okay, it sounds really confusing. People are trying to destroy books and memories, and she's trying to save them. That's all I know. Okay, so do your own research on this one because I just did a terrible job. And the only one I think is new is the new T. Kingfisher fantasy. It's giving comfort me with apples on the cover because of the apple. Quick take. Step inside the mirror on the wall in this delightfully dark and poisonous Snow White retelling. Quirky, magical puzzle based on a classic. Okay. Mentions death of a child. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys do your own research on this one too. But yeah, those are the only two new ones, I think, is this one and this one. But here's some other ones that you can add onto your box as well if you want. And of course, if you're not signed up for Book of the Month, I have my link in the description that gets you your first book for only $9.99, I believe. Again, here are the main picks. So I think I'm going to be going with Forget Me Not, and I think I'm going to add on this true crime one just to see if it reads like a thriller for Jordan. But yeah, so okay, that was Book of the Month. Sorry it was a day late. Hopefully you still enjoyed, and I will be back on the 1st to go over aardvark picks. When is the 1st? That's the thing, because if it's on like a weird day, let's see when it is. Oh, obviously it's tomorrow. It's on a Friday. Okay, I'm losing track of days. I take off one day to go to DC and I'm all confused. Okay, so tomorrow, Friday, I will be here to go over the Aardvark book club picks, just like I did today for Book of the Month. Okay. Let's see. Good job, Jessie. Hello, Jules. You'll have to go back and watch. I know. Worker bee. Go back and rewatch. Oh, well, I was like, tomorrow, girl, July is gone. I know. I'm just like, I take one day off and my days are all screwed up. Oh, yes. Tomorrow. Man, I can't believe today is the last day of July. How? Literally, how? Anyway, everybody have a great day, and hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. Okay, bye.